Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Harvest Moon. I am Mega Free 400, or Harvest Moon 64 technically. Yesterday we experienced our first typhoon, and today we're going to check out the damage to see what happened. Or not yesterday, but last time on Harvest Moon 64, Vegeta, no. Yeah, we gotta go check out what happened with the typhoon. I was just making sure there wasn't another typhoon. I don't think there's usually a typhoon after a typhoon, which would suck, but, I guess it could happen. Anyway, let's see what the damage is. Hello, birds, move. And an email. Ooh, fast, cheap, sturdy for a home extension. Call the mountain carpenters. Well, I don't have enough wood yet. Yeah. Pull these weeds and... Oh, yep, we lost some seeds, and we lost a few, tomatoes here and there. Which, it's not too bad. I mean, we didn't lose any on that one, and this one we only lost technically one because we can grow that plant again. The one in the middle. And the one over here, we can grow that one, so we didn't really lose any. We just gained access to one that we have to continue growing. And yeah, we lost some of our grass too, which I should cut at some point when I remember to do so. I get more water. But yeah, so yeah, typhoons are probably the thing you have to worry the most about in summer. So you definitely want to check the Weather Channel in summer just because of the typhoons. Since if you leave your animals out, the animals will be dead. They'll be gone. If you leave your cow out, he'll be gone, I believe. And I mean, there are things you can do to prevent damage from a typhoon. If you prevent the Harvest Spirits again, they'll feed your animals. So like right now, I haven't friended them that much, so friended them, added the Harvest Spirits on Facebook. No, I haven't friended or befriended them that much, so they haven't fed my animals. So all my chickens will be shaken up, and they won't be able to produce eggs. Or shaken up, or rather, I didn't feed them. I guess both. Luckily, my tomatoes are not. Chickens aren't going to be that big a deal because chickens don't give you that much money. They're just nice to have, so you have constant growth. Because usually, as long as you have chicken feed, you'll always be fine with chickens, producing eggs. Tomatoes, though, are definitely better than chickens in terms of getting me money. So yeah, what else to ruminate about? Not really anything at the moment. I know I mentioned last video about giving me discussion topics, but I probably won't be using this for a while because I am creating a little bit of a backlog because I don't want people to have none of these videos. I know there are, as much as I feel like there's people who aren't that into this series. I think there are people who are. I do apologize if you aren't into this game. That's why there's SPM. SPM and this game are kind of two different games. That one's more of a story-based, has a plot kind of game, and this game is more of, just doing things, having fun. Music in this game is quite good, though. I always talk about music, and it's kind of interesting, too. What I should do, though, I should probably buy Harvest Moon Mineral Town, because that game, I believe, the characters of that... Oh, hello, Maria. The characters of that game are... And hello, Harris. The characters of that game are actually the same as the ones in this game, for the most part. Though I think they changed a few things about them, too. I wouldn't mind getting that one. And again, I need to play Wonderful Life. I mean, there's no really excuse besides the fact that I think I mentioned I was busy with games. I said about Black and White, and then I actually got a game. Actually, first though, if you throw in one of your homegrown vegetables, she will appear. She is the goddess. She's Furore, no, but she is the goddess of harvest. And if you give her an offering, she will allow you to pick 3 things. Weather, strength, and love. You pick love, the person that you are going for, her heart will increase. Now, I don't know if she has to have a heart already going for the wish to work, or if it just picks the girl that they think, or if there's a way to determine if it knows what girl you're going for, but it helps you in increasing the girl's heart. Strength, if you go here without doing any work, as in not doing any work to cause your stamina to decrease, you'll get a power berry for the first time you do that. And you can only throw a vegetable in from 9 in the morning to 5. Otherwise, it won't work. It has to be that specific time, 9 to 5, 9 to 5 in the afternoon. Yeah, but if you are if you have been working and your stamina is down, power will increase your stamina back to normal for that day. Not really worth it because usually days go by so fast and it's not that big a deal. Yeah, the other option, weather. If it's sunny and you pick weather, the next I don't know if it's the next day, but the next day will be raining, and then vice versa. If it's raining, it'll be sunny for sure. I don't know if it does anything about typhoons. Now, also, she plays an important role in reviving the vineyard, something I'm not going to show. And there's another option, which is revive the vineyard, but you have to go through a whole bit of hoops and stuff to do that. Anyway, today is Anne's birthday, as I marked on the calendar. I believe there's a way to find that out via, just looking around her room. I think all the girls have a way to find out what the birthday is, but I just looked up what Anne's birthday was. That's the 14th of summer. Which, the 14th is my birthday, not of summer, but of March. Pi Day. Which, as I've said multiple times, I am now 21. Woo. But, yeah, stop bragging, it's not that big a deal. Well, I guess doing a little bit. Let's see, other games I was gonna say, I don't know if I think I talked about it, but I've been playing, Super Meat Boy quite a bit, and I really love it. I know, I've seen some people say, I don't know if it's just that they think it's, I don't know if they truly believe that, but, like, I've seen on comment sections, people are like, yeah, this game is dumb, it's stupid, and they start trash-talking it. I don't know if they just want to seem cool, or if it's the cool thing to bash something that everyone likes. And if you truly believe that opinion, I guess there's no reason for you to be trash-talking it. Just say, I don't really like this game. It just seems kind of generic. It seems like a lot of times people will talk about a game they don't like, and they'll be like, they'll insult it. Instead of just simply saying, I don't really like it, and explaining why they don't like it, they just say, like, yeah, this game is dumb. It's just a rehash, I guess my thing is, the easiest way to piss someone off is to insult something, because not only does it seem like you're not willing to be open or to talking or discussing, it seems like you're just like, okay, I'm saying this is my opinion, end of story, and the way when you like say something so blunt, I mean, I say things blunt too, and I know this is something that happens, I try and prevent it, but I'm aware of it, and it's just something that I don't like that happens, but it happens. But when you say something that's blunt, or like you say like a swear word or something, it turns people off, quite a bit. I mean, I swear, honestly, not in my videos, but I do tend to swear. But when I'm having a discussion, though, I don't swear, because it really doesn't help anything. It doesn't help your opinion. It just angers people. And whether or not you're saying, whether or not it's a swear word, just like even if you say any word, it doesn't make you sound more intelligent. It just makes like, well, I don't know what else to say, so I'm gonna resort to just saying a word. It'd be like if someone was having a discussion and then someone just randomly shouted pie or chocolate or just something randomly, or like, it doesn't help your discussion any. It just kind of distracts from it and makes you seem, kind of crazy, but. If you're shouting pie and chocolate, or the British are coming, or something random like that. But yeah, anyway, Super Meat Boy, back to that. I've been really liking that game quite a bit. Now, it is difficult later on. It's not too bad in the early levels for me. And I'm not saying this because, to brag, it's just it's not too bad for me if you're trying just to get through the levels. Like, the first 3 worlds, if you're just trying to get through the levels, and I've played enough games that are challenging that it's not too bad. Getting all the extra stuff in the levels and some of the like bandages and doing it without dying is definitely harder, but it's not too bad. You get down into the later levels, it starts to get quite a bit more difficult. I'm at the 5th world right now. I think there's only like 1 or 2 more after that. Not counting unlocking everything. You can also use multiple characters. It's nice how, like, at least on the Steam version, and I think they're on the Xbox version too, but definitely on the Steam version. Well, there's certain characters that are built in the game, but I think they vary. Like, there's characters you unlock by getting bandages, and you get so many to unlock that character. I think that varies from Steam to Xbox Live. But first, let's actually give Anne her birthday present. You've got a face. Oh no, wait. Let's get the cake out first. Okay, here you go. A present for my birthday. You've made me happy. Thank you. And now, if you'll see in a second, after I give her brother flowers, nothing's better than being in good spirits. And she has a blue heart now, which means she's at the next level of hearthood. So she's like kind of like good friends with us now. So it's a good thing we gave her a birthday cake. She kind of likes us. So she's definitely warming up to us and starting to really enjoy our presents. Now, both presents as in gifts and presents as in our existence. But yeah, there's also like characters that are from other indie games. Like they have the kid. It's kind of indie game. It's more like a fan game. But the kid from that I Want to Be the Guy. They have Commander Video from Bit Trip Games. They have some other characters that I'm not sure what game they're from because I've never played them. I know Mr. Minecraft is in the Steam version. I'm not sure if he's in the he might be in the Xbox Live version too. Mr. Minecraft from Minecraft. So yeah, there's some extra characters. It's pretty cool. And you can also play, there's a code to unlock the Goo Ball from World of Goo. And yeah, right here, I'm going to try throwing this vegetable in, but nothing's going to happen because the time at the moment, it's not in that time slot, so the goddess won't appear. It has to be in that time slot for the goddess to appear. The 9 to 5 time slot. But yeah, that's basically the whole deal with, but yeah, Super Meat Boy overall, there's a lot of references to classic games. Love Mario. They actually make a Lolo reference too. You know, it's just a really clever, kind of cool game. Hard. It has great music too, though. It's addicting. I mean, I almost say it's one of those games that because it's so fast-paced, even when you die, you don't get that angry. At least I don't get that angry. And I don't want to seem like I'm God. I'm not God. No. Why I said that? Sorry. I'm God. No. But I don't want to seem like I'm perfect or anything. I'm not. I do get upset from time to time. I don't know. I guess my thing is when I get upset, I get annoyed with games if it happens repeatedly over and over again, and there's some kind of convoluted crap. Like for example, I think I mentioned before WarioWare Masters of Disguise. That game has bad controls. In the last level, I played that over and over again because the controls were screwing up. I got really frustrated because they weren't working the way they're supposed to. And even when I did Echo the Dolphin, I did get somewhat frustrated with the last being the boss because I had to go through a bunch of inputting the codes. So it's not that I don't get frustrated. It's just like, I guess with Meat Boy, because of how the game is designed and it's designed to go really fast paced, I don't get frustrated with that. I don't get frustrated with losing. Kind of like Duck Kong, I guess it's a hard game, but it's a fun game, and because it's fun, the fun counteracts the hard, at least in that case. I know, I always feel like I'm just being like, hey, this game's not that hard, or I don't get angry. I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't want people to think of me that way because I don't see myself being that way. It's something would I like to be perfect? I don't know. Sometimes the thing about, oh, hello, Anne. Boy, Echo has gotten big. You should gallop him sometime. But I guess the thing is being perfect a good thing if you do everything correctly. I mean, sometimes having flaws is actually a good thing. It makes life interesting. If you do everything exactly the way it is, there's no surprise. You know, you do things the perfect way. You know, I strive to do the best I can, but since it's not possible to be perfect, you know, I guess discussing whether or not being perfectly boring isn't really necessarily a worthwhile expenditure. Though, I mean, it could be just to be interested. And also, yeah, it's still too early to get the goddess to appear, which sucks. Eventually I will, though, because I do want to get that power berry from her. But I guess the thing is, you know, I guess the thing is, think about robots. If we actually had a robot, I think I mentioned this when I was talking about Watson. If we had a robot that, I don't know if it was in this video or if it was in SPM, but if we had a robot that was perfect, or as in was basically did everything humans could, but did it, you know, I guess my thing is like creativity. That wouldn't be something that would be considered in terms of perfection. You would do everything a certain way. It'd be a black and white kind of way of thinking. There wouldn't be any gray. So creativity in a perfect world would be, or in if a perfect being wouldn't exist. But then again, is lack of creativity, is that, you know, would that be perfection? If you don't have creativity, would lack of creativity technically be an imperfection? you know, could the perfect being, someone who's doing everything a certain way, actually be imperfect because it's being perfect? Yeah, I'm being deep here, paradox, but you know, I like discussing those kind of things because they don't really come to anything a lot, partly because none of that will actually happen, but you know, it is interesting to think about. I think about perfection because it's something that I know I can't obtain. I do try to do the best I can, though, so I guess in a way I am a little bit perfectionist. But at the same time, I'm also someone who's very creative and likes to be creative, or strives to be. And I guess in a way, though, perfection. You think about perfection. You know, any kind of style would be considered a flaw. It would have to be like, well, a plane has to be like this, and that's how the plane has to be. It doesn't have to. You don't draw a plane with like different colors. You don't make a plane turquoise. You make the plane white. I guess there are other colored planes, but can't really say I've ever seen a turquoise plane. So yeah, I guess the question is, would being perfect, and you know, maybe post a response to this kind of question. And yeah, now that Anne's happy with us, she's gonna give us sweets. Here. Yay, I love sweets. Thank you, darling. Candy. But yeah, would you, you know, is in your opinion, do you think that being perfect isn't actually imperfection if you are perfect, because of the fact that of the flaws that when you are perfect you have I can't even come up with a question, but you know what I'm saying, I hope, maybe. You know, it also kind of goes in the whole thing of, you know, morality and, you know, what are you, I guess it also goes into point of view, like if you're doing something you know, that's good for someone, you know, is like, for example, if you're doing something and you're not gaining anything yourself, is that illogical, or is that, you know, is that, you know, oh, you're not getting anything, you're being inefficient, therefore you're imperfect, or is it not? You know, if you're doing something that's volunteering, you're not getting anything out of it, you know, is that illogical, or is it just logical in your perspective? And is that perspective, yeah, Harvest Moon, it makes you think. But yeah, this is why I love to go into like philosophy and ethics and those kind of classes, because I like to think of those things. You know, some people might think, oh, it's a waste of time to think about that stuff, but you know, to an extent, games are also can be considered a waste of time, and I play them as well. And it again depends on your perspective. So many things depending on your part of the problem is, you know, I like to have concrete answers. That's the way I think. I like to have it, but the problem is you can't. Life just works in a way that there's no way to have a concrete, this is the way things are, answer for most things. And I guess I enjoy trying to figure out what I would accept as the most you know, logical answer, because I like to have a, you know, somewhat kind of an answer. Of course, that answer always changes depending on the perspective my perspective. Anyway, now that that whole thing is done, we're going to go to bed, and next time, more Harvest Moon. So, I hope you enjoy this day of fun-filled vegetable growing, and tomorrow, or the next video, we will have some more fun-filled vegetable growing. First, let's ride our horse. I'm on a horse, and he's galloping, and I am reminding you that turnips are good for you.